Have you been searching for natural solutions to erectile dysfunction that actually work without dangerous side effects? Today, we're going to explore proven remedies that can transform your intimate health naturally and safely. Let me address something important right away. When you search for erectile dysfunction online, you might find claims that natural remedies do not work. This simply is not true. Multiple randomized control studies on humans show that natural alternatives produce significant improvements for erectile dysfunction. The research exists, is credible, and I'm going to share it with you today. If you're dealing with erectile dysfunction, you're about to discover several powerful solutions that can help improve your situation naturally. Understanding erectile dysfunction. First, let us understand what erectile dysfunction really is. Many people confuse it with low testosterone, but they are not the same thing. Testosterone primarily controls your sex drive, muscle mass, and mood. You can have normal testosterone levels and still experience erectile dysfunction. So what we are addressing today is specifically erectile dysfunction itself. Here is something crucial to know. Erectile dysfunction is one of the earliest warning signs of blood vessel problems in your body. Inside your arteries, there's a thin layer of cells called the endothelial layer. This layer needs to work properly for healthy blood flow. When you have erectile dysfunction, this vascular system is not functioning correctly. Your body produces a special molecule called nitric oxide. This molecule signals your arteries to relax, open up, and allow blood to flow freely, including blood flow to your private areas. In animal research, when scientists completely blocked nitric oxide, erections became impossible. This shows how vital nitric oxide is for healthy sexual function. Now here is something interesting about nitric oxide and testosterone. Some people worry that nitric oxide might lower testosterone. While extremely high levels of nitric oxide can inhibit testosterone, normal or mild levels actually increase testosterone. The natural remedies and lifestyle changes we will discuss today will not create dangerously high nitric oxide levels. You only get those massive spikes from pharmaceutical drugs like Viagra or from chronic inflammation in your body. Let me paint a picture of what happens as we age. When you're 20 years old, your nitric oxide levels are at 100%. Everything works perfectly. By your 30s, that drops to about 85%. In your 40s, you're down to 70%. At 50, you are at 55%. By 60, you have dropped to 40%. And at 70, you are down to just 25% of your original nitric oxide levels. This dramatic decline is a serious problem. Without adequate nitric oxide, your vascular system cannot relax properly to allow blood flow. This is when erectile dysfunction develops. You either cannot get an erection or you cannot maintain one because your nitric oxide levels are too low. The problem with Viagra. This is where most people turn to Viagra. But here is what you need to know. Viagra does not actually increase your nitric oxide. Instead, it blocks an enzyme that breaks down nitric oxide, helping you maintain slightly higher levels temporarily. The real concern with Viagra is the side effects. Minor ones include headaches, flushing, and low blood pressure. But the serious side effects include heart attack, stroke, permanent hearing loss, vision problems where everything looks blue, and prolonged erections that can damage your penis. These risks are exactly why I am creating this video, to show you safer alternatives that do not create bigger problems than the ones you're trying to solve. As we age and lose muscle mass, we also experience changes in testosterone. Testosterone helps reduce inflammation, improves insulin function, regulates blood sugar, and protects against bone loss. Most people think of testosterone primarily for sex drive, and that is definitely important. But the bigger picture involves nitric oxide loss, which also means losing oxygen in your tissues. This oxygen loss, called hypoxia, creates inflammation and damage throughout your body. Eventually, you develop fibrosis and scar tissue. When scar tissue and plaque build up in your penis, you face serious circulation problems, just like clogged arteries in your heart. Blood cannot flow properly, and that creates major issues for sexual function. What causes erectile dysfunction? The primary root cause of erectile dysfunction is insulin resistance. This develops from consuming too much sugar and refined carbohydrates throughout your life. These foods create inflammation in your arteries over time. You might think that since insulin increases nitric oxide, eating carbohydrates would help because they increase insulin. Unfortunately, it does not work that way. When you constantly eat high amounts of carbohydrates, your body produces insulin repeatedly. Eventually, your body says this is too much and creates resistance to protect itself. Once you develop insulin resistance, insulin stops working effectively. In reality, you become insulin deficient even though your body is producing lots of insulin. The glucose that should enter your cells with insulin assistance cannot get in properly. Your muscles and body literally start starving for fuel. This is the elephant in the room we must address. Fixing insulin resistance needs to be a top priority, and I will show you exactly how to do that. Another common cause of erectile dysfunction is medication. Antidepressant and anti-anxiety drugs, especially SSRIs, create significant problems with erectile dysfunction and other related issues. Beta blockers for blood pressure, diuretics, and 5-alpha reductase inhibitors for prostate enlargement or hair loss also cause erectile dysfunction as a side effect. If you're finding this information helpful, please subscribe to Vigorphil so you do not miss more natural health solutions that can change your life. How to increase nitric oxide naturally. Let us dive into the natural protocol for reversing erectile dysfunction. Our goal is to increase nitric oxide because that immediately improves blood flow and helps with erections. Number 1, beets. Beets rank at the top of the list for increasing nitric oxide. They contain high amounts of natural nitrates. You can eat whole beets or use concentrated beet juice powder. Beets can increase your nitric oxide by up to 200%, making them one of the most powerful natural options available. Number 2, arugula. Technically, arugula increases nitric oxide even more than beets, over 200%. However, most people cannot eat as much arugula as they can consume beet powder. For practical purposes, consider making an arugula and beet salad regularly. This combination gives you the best of both worlds. Number 3, exercise. Exercise is incredibly potent for increasing nitric oxide. A single workout can spike your nitric oxide by 80 to 100%. Even better, exercise also improves insulin resistance. This is why you see dramatic improvements in insulin sensitivity after just one workout, thanks to that nitric oxide spike. What type of exercise works best for increasing both nitric oxide and testosterone? Either high-intensity interval training or resistance training. Long-distance running like marathons increases cortisol too much, but a long walk helps. The key is exercise intensity. Let me share something amazing you can add to your workouts. It is called intermittent hypoxia training. Hypoxia means low oxygen. This involves wearing a special mask that restricts your air intake, simulating high-altitude training like climbing a mountain where oxygen levels are lower. When you exercise with this mask for 10 to 20 seconds at a time, alternating with normal breathing, you stimulate capillary growth throughout your entire body. Remember, we're dealing with a circulation problem and lack of blood flow. Anything that improves overall blood flow helps not just your private areas, but your heart as well. Look into intermittent hypoxia training for that extra benefit. Number 4, L-citrulline. This supplement deserves special attention. Your body has a precursor molecule called arginine that converts into nitric oxide. Many people take arginine supplements to boost nitric oxide, but here is the problem. Arginine goes through your digestive system and liver where it breaks down quickly. L-citrulline takes a different pathway. It goes straight to your kidneys and actually produces more arginine than taking arginine itself. This means you make more nitric oxide that stays in your body longer. When you take L-citrulline, you maintain higher nitric oxide levels for 3 to 5 hours. Take L-citrulline twice daily, once in the morning and once in the evening, to keep your nitric oxide levels consistently elevated. Number 5, pomegranate. Pomegranate can increase nitric oxide by 30%. Enjoy fresh pomegranate as a healthy dessert after dinner. You can also use pomegranate supplements or powder for convenience. Number 6, dark cacao. Use 100% cacao powder, which you can add to your morning beverages. The flavonoids in concentrated dark cacao increase nitric oxide by 25%. This is a simple daily addition that provides real benefits. Natural alternatives to Viagra. Earlier, I explained how Viagra works by preventing nitric oxide breakdown. I researched natural alternatives that work similarly, called PDE5 inhibitors. What I found is even better because these natural options not only mimic Viagra's mechanism, but also increase nitric oxide production. Viagra does not increase nitric oxide, but these natural remedies do. Number 1. Horny goat weed. This is the most researched natural alternative. Human studies show significant effects in increasing nitric oxide and improving erectile dysfunction. The main challenge with horny goat weed is bioavailability, meaning your body does not absorb it easily. Since it is fat-soluble, consume it with healthy fats or with your meals. Adding black pepper also increases absorption significantly. Number 2. Panax ginseng. This powerful herb increases nitric oxide and decreases nitric oxide loss. Studies comparing Panax ginseng to placebo showed significant improvements in erectile function. Number 3. Saffron. Saffron triggers mild increases in nitric oxide, but it does something else important. It works on your central nervous system, especially affecting mood and neurotransmitters. If you experience depression or anxiety along with erectile dysfunction, saffron might be the ideal choice for you. Number 4. Ashwagandha. This adaptogen is normally recommended for adrenal support because it lowers cortisol and increases testosterone, but it also increases nitric oxide. Ashwagandha works exceptionally well for people dealing with stress because it increases your tolerance to stress. As you review these options, consider which one matches your specific situation. Do you have high stress? Do you experience depression? Choose the remedies that address your unique needs. Shockwave Therapy. If you have known arterial problems, diabetes, or a long history of heart issues, you might have developed fibrosis and plaque. Medical tests like ultrasound can visualize plaque buildup in your penis. If you have this condition, consider shockwave therapy. This treatment creates vibrations that break up scar tissue when applied to your penis. Research shows interesting results, but only pursue this if you have confirmed fibrosis or endothelial issues. If you do not have these specific problems, shockwave therapy will not help. However, for the right candidate, it can stimulate capillary growth and improve function. 9 essential natural remedies for erectile dysfunction. Number 1. Fix insulin resistance. You must adopt a low-carbohydrate diet. Eliminate sugars and starches. Here is something crucial to understand. Insulin resistance develops 15 to 20 years before you become pre-diabetic. Many people consume excessive sugar for years without realizing the damage. The standard A1C test, which measures 3 months of blood sugar levels, can miss early insulin resistance. If your insulin is removing sugar from your blood quickly in the early stages, the A1C might look normal even though you have a problem developing. One of the best tests is a fasting insulin test. This reveals what is happening long before pre-diabetes develops. Your fasting insulin should be below 7, ideally below 5. Mine is 2 because I keep my sugar intake very low. Number 2, arousal and stress management. To trigger erections, various factors come into play. Visual stimulation, touch, which is the most powerful trigger, your thoughts, and even scents all activate your parasympathetic nervous system. The parasympathetic system triggers nitric oxide release. If you're trying to achieve an erection while stressed, your sympathetic nervous system shuts everything down. Here are quick techniques to activate your parasympathetic mode. Practice nasal breathing. Breathe slowly through your nose. This increases carbon dioxide, which increases oxygen, pulling you out of sympathetic stress mode and into parasympathetic relaxation. Make sure your breathing is even and calm. This simple technique helps your body increase nitric oxide naturally. Number 3, regular exercise. We already discussed exercise benefits, but consistency matters. Regular physical activity and intermittent hypoxia training create lasting improvements. Number 4, essential nutrients. Several nutrients act as cofactors for nitric oxide production. Zinc helps with testosterone, insulin resistance, and erectile dysfunction. It is probably one of the most important minerals for male sexual health. B vitamins are crucial cofactors that increase nitric oxide production. Vitamin D is extremely important for increasing nitric oxide, possibly more than any other single nutrient. Make sure you are getting adequate amounts of these essential nutrients. A plant-based diet rich in colorful vegetables, nuts, seeds, and whole grains provides these nutrients naturally. If you're getting value from this information, hit that like button and subscribe to Vigorphil for more natural health wisdom. Number 5, quality sleep. Lack of sleep creates stress and prevents your body from building nitric oxide reserves. For years, I pushed myself to accomplish more by waking at 4 in the morning. It was the worst thing I could have done for my vascular system, overall health, and nitric oxide levels. Sleep is critically important. You could do everything else on this list perfectly, but if you're not sleeping at least 7 to 8 hours every night, nothing else will work effectively. Sleep in a cooler room temperature. Cooler temperatures push you into deeper, more restorative sleep. Pink noise may be even better than white noise for inducing deep sleep. Prioritize your sleep quality and duration above almost everything else. Number 6, avoid alcohol. Consuming alcohol nullifies the benefits you are working to achieve, both for testosterone and erections. If you want real results, eliminate or drastically reduce alcohol consumption. Number 7, eliminate seed oils. Seed oils embed themselves in the membranes of your blood vessels, creating inflammation. Remove seed oils from your diet completely. Instead, increase omega-3 fatty acids from plant sources like flax seeds, chia seeds, and walnuts. While the benefits of omega-3 fatty acids may not appear immediately, this is a long-term strategy to replace inflammatory seed oils and improve vascular health. You need patience with this change, but the results are worth it. Number 8, stop smoking. Smoke from cigarettes enters your lungs, travels to your arteries, and shuts down nitric oxide production. If you smoke, quitting is essential for improving erectile function. Number 9, cold therapy. Cold immersion or cold showers push blood out of certain areas, creating vasoconstriction. Then your body compensates with vasodilation, increasing circulation to your private areas. Research shows interesting results from this therapy. It is another tool in your natural health toolkit. Additional interventions from research. I reviewed all credible randomized control studies looking for the greatest impact on improving erectile dysfunction through lifestyle changes, natural approaches, and nutrition. Some important interventions emerged that deserve mention. Intensive lifestyle activities, combining exercise, healthy weight management, and nutritious plant-based eating creates powerful results. This comprehensive approach addresses multiple factors simultaneously. Kegel pelvic exercises. These exercises create significant blood flow in the pelvic area and help trap blood in the venous system. They also help with urinary control. Research shows that 40% of men regained normal erections, 34.5% showed improvement, and 25.5% experienced no change. 40% regaining normal function from a simple, free exercise is remarkable. Kegel exercises cost nothing and can be done anywhere. Regular aerobic exercise. Consistent exercise over time, not just occasional workouts, produces lasting benefits. Make movement a daily habit. L-arginine plus pycnogenol. This specific combination shows benefits in research. While we discussed L-citrulline earlier as a superior option, some people respond well to this pairing. Niacin, vitamin B3, also called niacin, shows positive effects in studies. This is another B vitamin that supports nitric oxide production and vascular health. Treating sleep apnea. If you have sleep apnea, treating it can dramatically improve erectile function. Sleep apnea prevents deep, restorative sleep and creates oxygen deprivation. Both factors severely impact nitric oxide levels and sexual function. Many people do not realize they have sleep apnea. If you snore loudly, wake frequently, or feel exhausted despite spending enough time in bed, get evaluated for sleep apnea. Treatment can transform your health and sexual function. Your path forward. Let me emphasize one more time how critical sleep is for everything we have discussed. You must sleep at least 8 hours every single night. Without quality sleep, none of these other strategies will work effectively. Sleep is the foundation that allows all other improvements to build upon. Start by choosing 2 or 3 strategies from this comprehensive list. Maybe you begin with beet juice powder, regular exercise, and fixing your sleep schedule. As those become habits, add more elements like L-citrulline, stress management, and eliminating seed oils. Remember that erectile dysfunction develops over years or even decades. While some improvements happen quickly, full restoration takes time and consistency. Be patient with yourself and stay committed to these natural approaches. The pharmaceutical approach offers a quick fix with serious risks. The natural approach requires more effort and patience, but provides real healing without dangerous side effects. You're not just masking symptoms. You are addressing root causes and improving your overall health in the process. Your vascular health, hormone balance, stress levels, sleep quality, and nutrition all work together. When you improve one area, you create positive effects in others. This holistic approach strengthens your entire body, not just your sexual function. Which of these natural remedies are you going to try first? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and do not forget to subscribe to Vigorphil and turn on notifications so you never miss our natural health discoveries. Join our community of people who are taking control of their health naturally. Take action today. Start with one simple change. Maybe tonight you will focus on getting 8 hours of quality sleep in a cool room. Tomorrow you might add beet juice to your morning routine. Next week you could start Kegel exercises. Each small step moves you closer to the vibrant health and intimate function you deserve. Your body has an incredible ability to heal when you give it the right tools. These natural remedies and lifestyle changes are those tools. Use them consistently, be patient with the process, and trust that your body knows how to restore itself when properly supported. If this video helped you understand natural solutions for erectile dysfunction, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Vigorphil for more health wisdom. Thank you for investing in your health naturally. I will see you in the next video.